I got a couple people like make some like stupid comments.
Who cares? I think you're great. I love your videos about VHS. I think you're gorgeous and great. Hey, inconsequential. Nowhere in this video does she seem like she's looking for reassurances on her looks. Cut this line out. Who cares? I think you're great and I love your videos about VHS. I think you're great. That's great.
Also, there was somebody who made a video about me, and I don't know if any of y'all saw it. Somebody, a very good friend of mine, told me about it, which I thank you very, very much, because honestly, I don't know if I would have found that video.
So perhaps my inquiry via Instagram is one of the reasons she decided to say, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna make a YouTube video and tell the world what the deal is. And you know what? She shouldn't feel the need to admit that or come forward with that. Like that's what she does for a living. What we do for a living outside of YouTube, instead of YouTube, as YouTube, really is nobody's fucking business. Genuinely, like unless you know the person owes you money or you know their financials are somehow tied to you, it's none of your fucking business, and you're welcome if people do tell you what they do for a living.
And the video was saying, you know, how the horror community on YouTube is very thirsty.
Me, hey, one of my favorite horror film collectors has a new video and she's looking beautiful as always. Oh, it's so painful. Gabby, I've been a stripper for 7 years and I love it. Me, head explodes. Dude, my fucking penis explodes at the thirst. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit, dude. And looking beautiful as always. I'm dying to know what percentage of people think, you know what, I'm going to tell a stripper that she's hot. And, oh man, she's going to want to, like, jump me immediately. 3 replies. LOL, thank you. Hearts. Yeah, see? See? Yeah, thanks. I don't know. Look at these replies. Yeah, you said things that no human should say to somebody that they don't know. I tell you, again, I'm fascinated. I'll say it again. No hate here. I'm absolutely fascinated at somebody who chooses to get in the adult industry because it's fucking thirsty here in the horror community. I can't imagine, and I'm dying to know, like what the fuck, like what is grimy in the adult industry, because shit, it's not, I mean, listen, some of these things look like genuine, hey, just supporting you, no hate here. But like, if you look you look through it enough, it's like, no, I know what you're doing. Yeah, I have a penis and a sex drive. You're a fucking moron.
I get a lot of comments on my looks, which I really do hate. I hate getting comments on my looks on my YouTube videos. Even if I do wear a low-cut shirt, it's not an invitation for people to comment those things. I'm not talking about my looks. I'm talking about the movies. I'm talking about horror movies. I'm talking about my content.
Unnecessary. Where do you think that's going to go? Oh my God, thank you. Thank you for saying I'm pretty. Something that has nothing to do with my character. I was born to 2 people that created this look. There's no control over something like that. It's very, very insincere sounding. Or maybe not. Maybe people enjoy hearing that. But, you know, I want to hear about people talk about my character. If you're going to tell me my nose is big, cool. I have no control over that. And the other way, hey, nice ass. I guess I have a control over that. And it is a nice ass. So... this fucking chat is never proper. So there was the quick summary of what has happened. I'm not taking off my hat, Dennis, sorry. So I don't know. That of course was a quick kind of counterpoint presentation of things that I said over the course of an hour and a half that have clearly been misinterpreted, or maybe not clearly. There are things that I have been associated with slash misinterpreted as it just I don't I genuinely am flabbergasted at how the events of the week turned out. If by any minute during any of these thirst streams you thought that I was doing something against the creators, again, I think I said it in one of the videos, the women in the videos essentially are inconsequential for the sake of what I'm highlighting. If you have a problem with me highlighting people making some really grimy fucking comments, then we need to reassess the Me Too movement, because that's like square one. And if you don't have a problem with me pointing out grimy fucking uncomfortable comments, what is your problem with what I'm saying again? Because I completely fail to get a grip of what's going on here. If you watch that first stream from Monday, cover to cover, now granted, I'm sure you can nitpick and cherry pick your way through that video and get me saying 3, 4, 6, 10 things in little 8, 12, 20-second bursts that may seem terrible, out of context. Sure, I don't deny that at all. But to see that people have run and lumped me in, not only with this troll movement of people who say the most just ganky shit in female YouTubers' comment sections, but almost like I'm worse, which I don't have the brain capacity to properly process that, because congratulations, you've completely missed the mark. I'd like to know full-time codes for each person that's misinterpreted what I did on either Monday, Tuesday, what was it, Wednesday, Thursday, on the 3 days that I did the thirst streams. Not a once was the content creator a point of focus. Here was the point of focus. Are they female? Yes. If they were attractive, might have had to play into that. End of story. I did my best to not show the person's video. I had scrolling issues, of course, where I would accidentally do so live. But if you have a problem with me calling out people who say things that shouldn't be said to complete strangers, the floor's open. Who would you like me to defend and or ridicule? Because I'm sorry, I'm really failing to understand, first of all, how you could have a gripe with what I do. A. B. How you take any of that, any of what I'm doing, as slights against any of the content creators in question. If you scour, listen, I know for a fact not many people have an hour and a half to scour through my shit to get an idea of what the summary it is. But nowhere. If you watch it for longer than 45 seconds a stretch and not isolate one comment at a time. There are times where I say things in jest. Absolutely. There are times where perhaps it comes off color. Sure. But big picture is completely being missed here. The fact that this is a 3-4 video back and forth series, that I have to defend the fact that I was defending the person who thinks I'm against them. Like, this is complete bonkersville. Oh, John Kyle Stanton, $5 in the super chat. Thank you. I do have a big nose. I appreciate you giving me money to let me know that my physical features are present and you acknowledge them. I'm sincere when I say, is there a problem with me making people feel uncomfortable about saying things that should not be said to strangers? Because if that's the case, then the community really needs to start looking inward. We had something very similar last year when somebody who was catfishing was also a patron of people, but people weren't sure about how they wanted to handle the situation because, well, money was going into the situation. So whatever you want to do with your life is fine. It doesn't matter if you're breaking homes and marriages. If you want to call yourself Steve, Gwen, Tyrannosaurus Rex, as long as your $20 clears, my lips are sealed. That is the worst part of politics. And it shouldn't be something in a horror community. I really hope and pray, like sincerely, that the problem here isn't me making people feel a little embarrassed about things that they should not have said or perhaps reworded. Am I a bully if they're embarrassed? Fine. Should they be embarrassed? Yes. Where's the problem? Hashtag Grimy Lives Matter, new t-shirt. That's coming up. Blah, 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 blah. Dennis talking about prep time. What's up, Gary Sim? Well said. Everything is okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I've dealt with weird trollish behavior before where technically I was the troll. This is stranger. It's not quite that level, but at the same time it's 50 times more preposterous, because if people understood what they were complaining about, and me being on the other end of the complaint is just insanity. It's like hanging out in a Burger King and complaining about meat. You what are you doing? My message didn't get across. Nice try. Hey, I was just about to watch Spider-Man 2 for free because they showed it in the whole movie in the trailer, like I did with Homecoming, but it literally just lost me in the first 10 seconds. It sounds better. Sounds better. I don't know how much energy I have left. What's up, Jason? Thank you, Bronco. I hope to not screw them, because God knows what that'll be interpreted as. Sup, Brad? This is very interesting. Monty, like there's parts of the horror community that sure need to bind together, but that isn't a free pass to let fuck faces just be fuck faces. Sorry. I mean, there's probably circles that think I'm a fuck face, and that's great. You know what? Tell me. Fucking hell, this secret shit is silly. This, I don't want to piss off so-and-so because they're a loyal subscriber, follower, commenter. This literally is why Me Too took this long to happen, because secretaries didn't want to ruffle feathers because they were hearing things that, they didn't like, but still wanted to keep their job. So Where does the hypocrisy end and the genuine concern begin? Because if we're concerned about things I said about somebody saying some shit that I wouldn't want said to my grandmother, where are we at as a community? Sincerely, I think I've said sincerely 10 times. Take a shot. This is very grimy lives matter. Butt hurt alert. Absolutely struck a nerve there. Well, of course. I blurred the other party out in this instance. But there's now a trail that has a boomerang effect back to me and my video on Monday, where the interpretation is that I don't think I fully have what the interpretation is that somehow I am Master Grimy, because other than that, I genuinely don't know what the thought process is on what it is I did. Because, yeah, I mentioned grimy comments. I'd love to reload the video that I opened this with, because unnamed YouTuber made gripes about people talking about her looks. If you watched my stream on Monday, it was about 45 minutes of me highlighting some cringeworthy people, highlighting her looks. So whose team am I on again? I think the problem with the Me Too movement is it was handed proper. I think the problem with the Me Too movement was it wasn't handled properly, in my opinion, so it caused more backlash than sincerity to the cause, so no one takes it seriously because people think everyone's lying. That, and some people kind of enjoy it. I fucking said it. Some people, don't mind being flirted with. There's this wide scale of some people who really don't like it, some people who are in the middle like meh, and some people who just, hey, listen, grab my ass, I don't give a fuck. And that's humanity. We're all different. Are they right for the workplace? Absolutely not. See, now somebody's going to take the previous 10 seconds of what I said, highlight that, and that's where I'm going to be scolded as the internet's piece of shit. But it's just not easy. It's not easy, but counterproductive when you're targeting me for what happened on Monday. After seeing some of the comments, they should have been embarrassed. I agree. And if they feel like shit, good. I don't know. I've shown my first comments to Emily. Nothing like that. I don't think I talked about her look publicly until like we were together. There's so... There's not a problem with you telling people not to be thirsty. I think it triggers people. Through about the witch hunt part, some of the Me Too movement became, so they backlash. Yeah, people have the wrong marching orders here. I'm nearly certain. I really don't get loud unless I'm sure I'm right. And guys, I'm not wrong here. Unless you're telling me, then yeah, it's okay. It's okay for people to be grimy and talk about people's looks, which, again, this girl said quite the opposite in the video, which was aired 2 days ago. My stream, which was aired 3 days prior, I basically said the same thing. So how am I an enemy of the people here? Another week of drama. You got it. You got it. I don't do it unless... wait. You know what they say? Any publicity is good publicity. Just spell my name correctly. Yes. What if they get the awesome burger? Can they still complain about the meat? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they can complain about the meat. I'm going to your past streams to see the comments sipping all the tea. Are they gone? Yeah, no, the previous streams are unlisted. Here's the other thing. If you've got a problem with me, comment to me. There's people who have commented on that video mentioning me by name. Again, to know my name on this channel, you have to know who I am. It's not like Will I Like It Reviews, CEEPEE from Facebook. If you write CP on the message, you're aware of who I am. Somebody who I have no idea who that is mentioned me by CP, not the Facebook way of spelling it. There's a couple of comments that allude to the fact that, first of all, I tried looking, I have not found it. I'm not to say that I didn't say it, but somebody, the nameless YouTuber, brought up the fact that I mentioned a low-cut shirt. I don't know if I brought that up in a sense other than it brings in attention. If there was some sort of objectifying that was perceived with what I was doing, then surely I apologize. But we're missing big picture here. Like, seriously. Just joined and I have literally no clue what's going on. If you started over, there's a little bit of a catch-up video, a ping pong video, tennis. Well, it looks as though she was hitting the love button on those comments, so I don't understand why she's getting upset. She's getting upset at me, if anything. So now that I've cooled down, what's up, Madness? You messaged me on Facebook. I'm not looking at Facebook right now, in case you haven't figured that out. The whole point of this thirsting, and I've openly invited people, please find me YouTube comment sections where there are thirsty girls commenting, because again, it was more of a social study than anything. Why are males so much more forward and uncomfortable with their comments about looks than females? That message has been ground away to dirt, and I don't know why. I'm dying to know how much of my video some of those people watched. Some people could have done me an absolute solid, much like I did a little while back, and straightened things out. But can't expect the same of everybody, I guess. Madness, I cannot read Facebook right now. So, again, if for 1 second you're thinking that me doing these videos, again, the person creating the content, as terrible as this is going to sound, isn't relevant. The relevance is attractive female. Sometimes the thumbnail will play in. Sometimes whether or not they're like I can go to the BlueTube community. I guarantee you, if you pick me one video from Ashley, where it's just Ashley in a video, talk movies with us, and then another video where it's her and George, the comments, I would venture to bet, are very different. Why is that? I'm glad nobody has anything to say. I'm just here to say I have no problem saying things that seem a little off. I like speaking in jest. It's quite fun. If you're being silly, I'm going to point it out. I've said far worse to people that I live with, that I have lived with. Hello, Dennis. That I consider very close friends. I've said far worse and hadn't thought twice about it. So this, in no way did I think that me mocking a comment section was directed at the content creator. Never for a second did I think that. I could have sworn I said apologies sprinkled throughout that video and the subsequent videos. But I guess we didn't get to that part. I'm curious to know what parts of Monday's video were highlighted to get me to be this. I don't know. I'm curious to know how I became chief fuckface. Bronco, which Bronco, the fact that you're here and you were in the comment section of the video I was talking about, like, that to me says a lot. You have no reason to be embarrassed. You're here. You're not running away. And you're conversing. Why? Because you have no reason to be embarrassed because you speak like a human being in the comments section. Good job. I'll say it again. Good job being a regular human being, Bronco. Why are we allowing this? If the problem really is CP, it's not your place to make people feel funny about their over-the-line comments. Then whose place is it? Why are you just taking it? Are they patrons? Again, we went through this last year where somebody was catfishing, acting like a female, sending out Patreon and ended up really, really fucking with somebody's personal life. And we got a couple of shoulder shrugs because, well, it's a heavy supporter. That's corrupt politician bullshit. What is this? I'm all for the community, but to think we're perfect is insane. Is absolutely insane. Listen, I'm not saying I have the solutions, but you can't have it every way. For every person that really creeps you out in DMs, you've got to nip it in the bud and say so in the regular comments section. Hey, how about not talking about my looks? I talked about Friday the 13th for 3 minutes plus. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to talk about my red hat and how it looks against my pants? So is Roseanne. What? Various social links. I don't know what you're talking about, Dennis. Various social links. Good point. I don't know what the fuck. They simply don't know me. Monty, here's the frustrating part. At least 2 people in the chain of command from me to this other person know me and really should have said something like, that's not what he was trying to do. Or, hey, I know CP says some really fucking out there shit, but he means well. So maybe soak up 20 minutes of that video when you can. I understand. I don't expect anybody to watch everything, but when you're going to run off and make some interesting accusations where this little subsect thinks that, well, I don't know, like, I genuinely don't know what the negativity towards me is. I don't know if they think that, like, I'm head grimy commenter, or if I was encouraging that, or if I was roasting the content creator, but they're all wrong. Watch the fucking video. Holy shit. But nobody's answering me. Again, so I've tried reaching out once again. And at this point, like, I honestly, if you think a certain thing about me, I don't blame anybody for not answering. Still no answer. But I've reached out and said, hey, you've got it all wrong. Now, maybe one of those two people that makes the connection and runs back that told her what happened would probably say, ooh, you know what? I might have it a little wrong about him. Why don't you go back and watch the entire video and call it much more than he said something about you wearing low-cut shirts. That was the gist of my 1 hour and 30-minute stream. I said she wears low-cut shirts. It's a lot of time to talk about that. Where am I? I hate seeing you like this, bro. I'm Team CP all the way. You are hilarious. And if people can't take jokes, that's the problem. Yeah, no, I appreciate you being Team CP, but sometimes I'm going to be wrong. It's when I'm right. I appreciate people being on Team CP. Don't absolutely be loyal to me, please. I will be wrong every now and again. You're going to disagree with me every now and again, and that's fine. That's what makes us human. Some people like vanilla, some people like chocolate. Doesn't mean you both don't like ice cream. Am I right? No, I appreciate it. I really do, but you don't have to. I think this is absurd. I don't even know if this is something where I would be like, yeah, I need loyalty here. It's just, I think it's common sense. I like, if I've done something incredibly wrong, then point it to me, and I will either address what it is that you took, correct it, or apologize for it. In no way did I intend any sort of harm towards the content creator. Zero. Fuck them. That's one way to put it. Believe in the hype. Thank you. Yeah, that person tried that shit with me. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, okay, I thought thirsty in fancy font meant you wanted those shower pay. Cody, those are private emails. Let's not get forward with that. She feels like you're messing with her money? Oh, is that what it is? Is that genuinely what it is, that I'm messing with her money? So the fact that I had her links down below is me messing with her money? The fact that 3 or 4 times during the video I said, hey, if you think this girl's pretty, support her. Fuck, I was doing advertising for her, messing with her money. That's insanity. Social links in the description. Dennis, you're Patrick Holmesing me, and I don't understand what that means. I don't think she will, CP. She will what? Oh man, I'm way behind. This has gotten way out of hand This has gotten way out of hand since the first stream, and you know what? This is horror community stuff. You're talking to somebody who's married to a female horror tuber who has spent a great deal of time streaming with other horror female YouTubers. Do I say things that are a little off color? Yes. Do I mean anything out of line by them? No. No. It's absurd. People have gotten way too tight. Just way too tight. If they watched the video, they'd see you weren't attacking the content creator, but addressing all the douchebag and sexual comments. Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you? At least I would think that. Nothing wrong with disagreeing. That's what makes us human beings. Yes. Yes, Monty. And the dislikes are coming. Thanks for the interactivity. I am legit disgusted. People are upset with you over this. You are genuinely trying to point out negativity in the community by attacking the YouTubers. Just jumped on who's giving you shit, CP. You know who's giving me shit, Dino. Which one got mad? There's counter videos. There's a long stream of videos where she has made a rebuttal video. I don't know. Somebody told her about my video, and then she watched my video. How much of my video is a brilliant question, because I don't know. Not attacking YouTubers. One day I'll be able to type again. One day. Pray for those new fingers. You just talked about it. You had her social links in the description, told people no. Yeah, no, that was down in the description. Free plugging. I really hope she thought I was messing with her money, because that would be the richest of them all. CP, what are you hiding under the hats you wear? A giant snake face? Not saying she's like this, but some women these days do not want a man helping them, even for the right reasons. I think this calls for the classic Mother Mayhem. I'm sorry that you feel that way. Yeah. I just hope. I'm open to discussing the differences, the qualms that are had with me, and more than willing to explain them, because I really think that somebody has the wrong idea on so many different levels of what's going on here. But the video is it's not public, but it's unlisted. So yeah, if you get in touch with this young lady and she still thinks that I'm enemy numero uno, I would think somebody who says their head explodes at news that she's a stripper, I would think that's pretty fucking grimy. But I guess I'm the grimy one for pointing that out. I am here. I am more than willing to do it privately, on her channel, on this channel, what have you. I don't feel I'm in the wrong, but if somebody tells me as much, that makes me believe that they've been wronged by me, sure, I will apologize, but I need to hear it. Running off on hearsay and secondhand information from what my stream was, somebody must have translated it from a different language, because, oh boy, ball's in your court.